also posting on Facebook. Okay, welcome to this video. Hope you're having a great Monday. If anyone is watching, maybe not, people are at work. People in America are just getting up or just going to work, or maybe you hate your job and you're just watching YouTube videos on your job. So today I'm doing a live video because I just started to shoot a video and my cam didn't record. I had the audio and I thought, let's put it up as audio, but no, I'm recording a video because it's Monday. So today I woke up, didn't have any idea. Sometimes I'm a little bit anxious when it's Monday because it's my video day. I chose this day because it's very uncomfortable to start the week and having to do stuff and having to come up with stuff. So luckily, my very dear friend Gabo from Implore, sometimes he's just dropping me video ideas. And this morning I woke up and been pretty anxious again, as I just said. And he came up with a great idea, which is, why do bands die or go off the radar? And he basically wrote my script, change of the trend, audience growing up and not catching up the new ones, bad financial business. And I think for bands that are lifting themselves up from the ground a little bit, these three reasons are pretty much where it's at. Or people are becoming parents, or people have to go back working full time. And it's pretty hard when your job is not in the music industry and you have a band to be in the same like mindset. I mean, of course, after you're done at the factory or something every day and you do not have to be there for your girlfriend or wife or children, you may blow off some steam until 1 a.m. in the morning and you can pretty much just do whatever you want. But I think, especially getting older, it's pretty hard to sustain a band. So I just want to catch up with the points that Gabriel made, and for the purpose of Gabriel Gabo Dubko, which is a fine tattoo artist, a fine singer, a fine friend, a fine bassist, and a fine guy, very nice gentleman. I wore the Implore shirt I have from them. So let's get over the point with the audience not growing up. And maybe there's a chat going on, but I'm not looking there right now. Let's take the example of Parkway Drive. I just thought about that this very morning. There are a lot of people getting very angry about the new music that Parkway Drive is putting out. People are telling them, hey, we want Horizons back, which is pretty much their second album, I think. And the music can't be any different from what they're doing now, but they're a mainstream band right now. They're playing huge concert venues. And back then they played in front of 120 people. The point is, people change, so does the music that they write change. And so does the audience they're attracting change. But the point is that not the majority is complaining. It just seems like the bad opinions are getting out there. Do you see how weird this is? Watching me unedited, I cut a lot of shit out. And I don't drink coffee in my regular videos. So with the not catching up with the audience, which is, I think, against the principle of making art, doing music for the audience, which is an art itself, but I especially in metal, where you would write music just so the listener would like it. And I think especially these days, interweb, I'm not a guy to do research because I've got other shit to do. I'm just going with my gut, and people may or may not like it. But if bands are not progressing and not really writing music for the fans, but progressing as artists and progressing as songwriters and progressing with maybe a different producer, doing different music, maybe putting out a super modern album between two old school albums, I think not progressing is really a killer for bands in general. And that is why bands after 25 years are still staying a small band and playing small venues and not getting more and more attraction, they may really be soothing their old school fans, but that may be a reason, and I absolutely agree with my friend here. And then there's bad financial business. People realize this way too late, that their band is a business, and you should not treat it, the business side, any different than you would a kebab shop or a clothing line. Or it's a business, and it's 100% a business. You have income, you have stuff to buy, you have things to pay, you have insurance to pay. You have to go and register your business within your chamber of business, wherever you're from, wherever you're looking, wherever you're living. And the point is, people realize this too late. I already said that. I would have edited that out in an actual video. But as soon as the band takes off a little bit, and I've been in the same situation, people quit their jobs, people quit their full-time jobs, and it's definitely a smart decision if you want to push into the band as much as possible, if you want to play as much as possible. You have to look for a job that you can be off for some weeks and go back without bad feelings, which is pretty hard if you are in a developed country, I think. I had luck with these arrangements, and I definitely had these. And everything I do wouldn't work without that. But people get into the band is growing, and people quit their jobs. And then all of a sudden, the financial side is growing way more important. And it's like, let's say the artistic side is up here, and they are pushing the financial side up here. And then people start thinking about time versus money. So, but the time you put in your art is actually not really, you can't really calculate it. And a lot of people get bitter. You read a lot of statements when people leave bigger bands. Hey, I couldn't afford being in the band anymore. Because believe it or not, there are bands in metal, in pop music that seem like they're a big deal with 100,000 likes and whatever. But these people are still working at home because they understood that it wouldn't be possible to do that and to just live from it. There are bands that are playing big festivals that are still paying their flights by themselves. Like every member is paying their flight to the touring destination, and then maybe paying off everything every day with merch money and everything. And the band is pretty expensive, and that puts off a lot of people once they taste the financial game, once they taste the business game. And then after not catching up new audience, not serving your audience well, bad financial business, then there is just the other thing with why bands disappear. Bands just stop. Like, you can go up to Facebook pages of bands, and 1 year ago they have been just firing out pictures of them playing and them being in the studio. But sometimes people just made their point. And a lot of times art is about making your point and pushing out a political message, I don't know, or animal rights, or you just want to show off and you found a girlfriend and you're now engaged and there's no point in making music anymore. And sometimes people find their objective in actually starting a band way too late. So when you're starting a band, of course, you're not like, hey, I'm going to do this just for the girls. And if you stop when you have a girlfriend, stop putting energy in your band, maybe you actually did it for finding a girl or multiple girls or whatever. And right now, there's not much more I can say about that. There's a thumbs up. Thank you very much. There's one person watching. There are no questions, of course, because only one person is watching. And this is a documentation of how weird I am in live video. And I want to get better at this. Maybe I will do more live video. I'll be out on a tour starting for 2 days from now. And the next 6 weeks are pretty packed with events and tours and festivals. So I may be doing things live over the next weeks because I don't really not want to upload videos, but I don't want to sit there for 3 hours editing and sitting in a hotel room thinking about what I could do. So I'm just going to think about a topic, go live, upload a thumbnail, and that's it. So my friend Romain's got a question. I haven't read it. I've got a question. If a band is dying, how would you handle it? Or just say goodbye on socials, or something smarter? I think if there are more people involved, like when you take War from a Harlot's Mouth, and people watching this channel may know them, they have announced a tour to say like this is the last tour before a hiatus. So the good thing about a hiatus is if you go on hiatus and 3 months later you're like, fuck, I missed this shit, I'm gonna quit my job again and write a record and do this. It's kind of, and no one's going to be mad if you won't do anything for 10 years. Oftentimes, I think goodbyes are, most of the times when a band that's a little bit established says goodbye, they're back 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years later, they're back, and the goodbye is like, well, the goodbye was a little weird. Did you want to stop, or did you just need a break, or did you just need a break to take care of your financials? Did you need a break to pay off your credit card debt, which is often the case as well. People just can't sustain it anymore. I think cashing in on goodbyes, like playing farewell tours and doing this and that, is a cool thing. I like it even more if people say, hey, we're doing special merch for the goodbye tour, and we are donating all the money that we're getting from the merch to a water organization or Syrian war organization that are against the war, of course. But I mean, if you're really fed up and you're pretty sure with, hey, I'm not going to do this particular project anymore, because if you play an instrument or you're a vocalist or anything, you're going to pop up in another project anyways. So I think a hard cut is okay. And for example, I did a hard cut 1 year ago when I quit Der Weg eine Freiheit, and I'm probably not going to play in that band again. Like I'm not going to be a part of that band again. I mean, if someone playing guitar breaks his arm and I may be the first guy they would ask, I would probably do it as a friend. But I think it just depends on your what you are. You a solo artist not putting out records anymore? It's pretty hard to tell. But if you are sure that you're not continuing anymore, I think a goodbye is a good thing, but coming back is a weird thing. I hope that helps. Let me know. Write me a message. And thank you for watching this 14 minute and 5 second live stream. Have a nice Monday. This week there won't be I think there won't be an EP documentary because I haven't been writing. I've been busy organizing my festival summer as a freelancer. And have a super great day. And if you're watching this in the future, have a great day as well.